Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Guys, I am super excited because today I will not speak a lot on the video. No, why? No, not because it will be a short video, you know that short video doesn't exist. No, because I have an expert of Bundesliga that will join and that will take over to speak us about two questions that I'm asking. The first one is why Bundesliga, and then of course Filip Kostic, because yesterday when I opened Twitter and Telegram group that we have, Mohamed El Shahali was reporting the news of Sky Sport Germany. You know that Sky Sport is in UK, in London. They also have availabilities in Italy, but especially also in Germany. So they are in different countries. And the one from Germany, they were saying that according to them, Filip Kostic was really close to Juventus, a player that could join them for around 15 million euro. So of course we are looking for someone that can start there on the wing instead of Federico Chiesa, that yesterday, by the way, great news, we saw some footage of him starting running, so great. When will he be back? We don't know, but we are looking someone to be secure that Federico Chiesa can have his time to come. So I was started to thinking about, okay, Juventus, they started to buy Weston McKennie, then last season in the winter they went for Denis Zakaria, and now we are linked with another Bundesliga player, Filip Kostic. Why? In this question we're actually thinking, because you know that I'm a bit older, I remember the players like Müller, Köhler, and so on, the big Germans that we had at the time, Julio Cesar and so on, at Juventus. So I'm not an expert of Bundesliga. I asked Giorgio Dusi, he's an expert of Bundesliga, he's a journalist, he is writing and he's doing things for Goal Italia, but also for Tuttosport. When they are speaking about Bundesliga, he's the one that is taking care of it. I asked him to speak us a bit about these two questions. So the first question I asked him is, Giorgio, can you please explain me a bit about Bundesliga? Why that attraction for Bundesliga from Juventus?
About the interest that Juventus is, the attention that Juventus is bringing to the Bundesliga, I think that's first of all it's effect of salary and prices, because they are very low. Bundesliga clubs pay much attention to the money. They don't want to create difficult economic situation because we can take the example of Schalke 04 that was a Champions League club in 3 or 4 seasons ago, and last year he got relegated. Then he got immediately promoted, but they have a very difficult financial situation and they don't take risks. Okay, let's say that the Bundesliga club doesn't love to take risks. And I think that the whole world of football pays much attention to the Bundesliga because of this, because you can buy very talented players, very developed players, in low prices. And Denis Zakaria for me is a great example of this, and Kostic is another example. But also other players like, for example, Serge Gnabry. He can leave Bayern Munich. His contract expires in 1 year, and he can be available maybe on a good price. For example, 30 or 35 or 40 millions. A player like Gnabry with the numbers and the reputation of Gnabry in another club, another league, will be paid at least 100 euros, 100 million of euros. So that's the great difference, in my opinion, between Bundesliga and the other leagues, all the other leagues in the world.
Grazie Giorgio, that's really kind from you. Now I understand. Of course it makes totally sense. Saving a bit of money in terms of salary, because you know that Juventus made a few mistakes paying too much a lot of players, so now they are trying to pay attention. Finding these jewels that have limited cost to integrate in the team. Not bad, not bad. And it makes totally sense, especially if you are looking for a sub for Federico Chiesa. But now, speaking about that sub for Federico Chiesa, speaking about Kostic, I tell you, I'm not an expert of all the European leagues. The one that is telling you that the guy he has no job, or his job is just football and he's able to watch every single game of every single player, that's not my case. So instead of starting telling you things randomly, I asked the expert Giorgio Dusi to speak us about Filip Kostic, and also the big question, can Filip Kostic be at the level of Juventus?
Let's talk about Filip Kostic and his career in Bundesliga. He arrived in 2014, Stuttgart brought him from Groningen, and his first experience, as it was the second with Hamburg, was good first and then bad, because the first season in Stuttgart and in Hamburg were good, but in the second he got relegated in Stuttgart and in Hamburg. So he was specialized in relegation, not a great reputation, but in August 2018, Eintracht Frankfurt bought him and changed his career, we can say forever, because Adi Hütter was the trainer, just arrived from the young boys in Switzerland, decided to put him in a new position, on the left wing, but not as a winger or as a classic winger, but as the fifth of the defense, three defenders and then him on the left to cover the left side of the field. And he became not a different player, because his characteristics are very clear. He's very physical, strong in duels, and it's very difficult to to put it down. And also we can say that he's a player that very fast, but he's not a dribbler like, for example, Quadrado. Okay, he's strong in 1v1, but he's a different kind of player than Quadrado. But he is very good in playing also on the line of attack and in midfield. So it's that is good. And Hütter put him in this position that was totally new for him. He got even better than it was before, because he has much space in front of him to attack, and so more time to put crosses into the area. In fact, in the last 4 seasons of Bundesliga, nobody made more crosses than Filip Kostic, and even he's on average of 15 assists per season and 8 goals with Eintracht Frankfurt in all competition. He was the best player of the last Europa League, who won it as a central part of the team of Oliver Glasner. And his situation in Frankfurt is not so clear. His contract expires in 2023. That's a fact. I know that he can be a player of interest in Serie A. He is interested too in playing in Serie A, but Eintracht Frankfurt, of course, now he's in the team plays Champions League, has a strong position to propose eventually a new contract. So it will be a decision that all the parts have to take. But I think that he's a good player. I follow him with a great pleasure, because I saw his development in this year in Frankfurt. Great team player, but not only also an individual player. I don't know if his level is the Juventus level, but for sure he can be good. I don't know if to say alternative, because he has to play with. He doesn't need to pose. Okay, that is a great. Another great thing of Kostic. The more he plays, the better he plays. He doesn't have to rest.
I really want to thank Giorgio. Thank you, Giorgio. Grazie, Giorgio, for all the information that you gave us from Bundesliga, but also especially from Filip Kostic. So if you are listening, probably not at the level to be the starter as Juventus, someone that is not a Quadrado type that is going with all these kind of technique and skills, but a physical player that is playing game in, game out. A lot of assists, 63 assists with Frankfurt, is a player that can reinforce Juventus at low limited cost, and that's why Juventus was also looking at Bundesliga. My friends, I hope that you are a bit more interested in Filip Kostic. I'm curious if you learned something from Giorgio. I want to know in the comments if you agree with Giorgio with how he analyzed it, because he see him game in, game out, because he's an expert of Bundesliga. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you want also these kind of collaborations with journalists from other countries that are really expert in their topic, for example, Bundesliga, Premier League, or Liga and so on and so on. Thank you for watching the channel. Short video with a lot of information. Pay attention. Today is Wednesday, as I told you. We are the 1st of June. Mercato is crazy. Mercato is crazy. Ah, la 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 la. Grazie, forza. Juve.